welcome. Let's just go ahead. Let's jump right into our practice. We're going to begin today's practice in a comfortable seat on our mat. And as you're joining me and you start to settle in and doing whatever you need to do, taking that comfortable seat, maybe crossing your ankles, maybe a hero's pose, sitting up on your shins. Feel free to rest your hands somewhere on your legs, or even place your hands somewhere on your body. We won't be here very long. See if you can start to settle into some physical stillness. Already focusing on your breath. Your inhales, exhales. Move in and out, up and down, front to back. Taking 3 purposeful breaths. Start by emptying everything out of your lungs and body. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more, warming up that breath. Inhale. Exhale out. 1 more, inhale. Exhale out. Couple breaths, and as you do so, you can release your hands, start to roll those shoulders. You can do both together or take one and the other, maybe even allowing your rib cage just kind of twist and move a little bit as you open your shoulders. And your next inhale, just float the arms up towards your ceiling, palms together at the top and gaze towards your thumbs. And then open your palms up, try to press them a little bit behind you. Roll those shoulders down and back. 2 more, inhale, reaching straight up. Palms open out, flip and press down a little bit behind. 1 more, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, open those palms, pressing down and back. Now this time, inhale, reaching up. Side stretch to the right, coming up and over. Start circling out that top wrist, or even kind of close the fist. Move that knuckle around. Kind of checking on your neck, arm circles. Both ways. Reaching our hands towards the top right corner of our mat. Maybe stack the palms or tent the fingertips. Pull. Locking our hands into the center. And sitting ourselves up to the shoulder roll up back at the ears. Again, inhale, reach those arms high. Flip those palms, open up and back. 1 more, inhale, reach up. This time, side stretch, left side. Love the wrists. Clench the fists, move those knuckles. You need to add the head and neck or arm circles. Stack your palms or tent the fingertips, reaching to the top left corner, folding forward. Hands into the center. Transition into tabletop. Begin to move through that spine fully, taking those cat and cows. Something else you like here, stretching out the wrists, stretching out fingertips, toes. Take 2 to 3 more rounds of breath with whatever movement you need, tabletop. Coming back, tuck the toes, and then just open the knees out to the sides of your mat, kind of a lifted child's pose here. And we're going to start to actually lift our knees up and keep those hands forward or walk them in, a little bit of a garland pose. Just open those knees towards the side. Moving into ragdoll. Stretch those legs up and take those feet pretty far apart from each other to help release those hamstrings and the low back. Few more rounds of breath in ragdoll. Do as you need. Our hands to our mat, and then walk the feet all the way out to the edge of our mats. And from here, we're going to walk forward into a wide high plank. So shoulders are over our wrists, but our feet are further apart. Keep the legs where they are. Just let both heels twist to the left side. Palms can stay down to your mat, just finding that twist. You want to add a little bit extra, maybe reach that right arm high, open wide, side plank. Both hands to our mat first. Then they really just lifting your heels through the center. Heels twist to the right, feel that twist. Palms can stay together. Float that left arm up wide, side plank. Both hands to our mat, find that twist. Lift those heels center. Keep those feet where they are and just press back to a wide down dog, maybe a generous bend in the knee. And kind of shift into one side and the other. Maybe a little bit forward and back. You can take true down dog, bring those feet hip width distance apart. Maybe really tread through. That head be heavy, looking to our heels. Begin to settle towards down dog. And then inhale, rise up. Look to our hands, keep the heels lifted. Start to bend the knees, chest towards our legs, hips drop low. Stretch the legs, then heels and head release. Again, heels rise. Look to our thumbs. Bend the knees, chest towards our legs. Hips drop low. Stretch the legs. Head and heels relax. And look to our hands. Heels lift, bending the knees. Keep those knees bent as you start to walk all the way up to your forward fold. And a softness halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take that one more time. Inhale, lift with your breath. Exhale, fold. Start by rolling through your spine and circle those arms up to Tadasana, reaching half. Palms pressed together, thumbs behind our head. Open the elbows, engage the glutes, lifting our chin and chest. Full breath here. Inhale. On your exhale, release forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale as we fold left foot, steps back, and turn to your wide forward fold. Pivot hands and feet. Adding a chest expansion if you'd like, or maybe just an inverted rag doll, grabbing your wrists or elbows behind you. Start to switch what thumb, what hand is on top. Hands to our mat. We'll turn to our front foot, low lunge, and then firm up your legs. High crescent lunge. Reach the fingertips up, lifting chin and chest. And take a moment, kind of lift up and down on that back heel. See if as you do so, you can start to soften your left hand, straighten your left hip flexor. And settling into your high crescent lunge. Open arm twist, right arm reaching behind us. Cartwheel hands to your front foot, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, stretch that right leg up. Hold that right leg as we high plank. Keep that leg floated, press up, 3-leg down dog. Again, high plank, hold the leg. Keep it lifted, 3-leg down dog. Right foot to our mat, down dog. Finding your breath. As you're ready, look forward, lift your heels. Start by bending your knees, chest gets low. Start to walk those feet up, big step or a few small ones. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, full. Tadasana, roll up, reach those arms to the ceiling to stand. Thumbs behind us, elbows wide, lift the chest. Full breath. Inhale, when you exhale, release forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Fold our right foot, steps back, wide forward fold, turning to our right side. Here you can walk hands around your ankles, reach them back behind you. You won't stay here too long, just a couple breaths. Turning back to our front foot, low lunge, firm up the legs, high crescent lunge, reaching fingertips chest high. And maybe come up and down on that back heel a few times. Start to stretch out that right hamstring, right hip flexor. And settling in, open arm twist, left arm back. Cartwheel hands to our front foot, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, stretch that leg high. Hold it as we high plank, shift forward. Keep that leg floating, 3-leg down dog. Again, high plank, float the leg. 3-leg down dog. Both feet down, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Gazing forward, hug your elbows in, half or all the way, cobra or up dog. Finding your exhale, your down dog, press it back. Inhale, lift the heels, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, float, top of your mats. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, full. Inhale, Tadasana, sweep up. Thumbs behind us, open the elbows. On your exhale, release forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Fold left foot, steps back, high crescent lunge. Right away, press down, lift the fingertips. Open arm twist, right arm back. You can stay your exalted crescent lunge. Right hand down, left arm high. Cartwheel hands to front foot. 3-leg down dog, stretch that right leg. Hold it as we high plank. Press it back, 3-leg down dog. Both feet to our mat. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, step, float, forward folds. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, lift up. Hands behind us, open the elbows. On your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold our right foot back, low lunge. High crescent lunge, press down, reach up. Open arm twist, left arm back. You can stay or exalted crescent, hand down, right arm high. Hands cartwheel to our mat, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, press that leg up. Hold it, high plank. Pressing back. Both feet to our mat. Feel free to stay or inhale, high plank. Chaturanga, high to low. Cobra, up dog, breath in. Take your exhale as you down dog. One inhale. One exhale. Inhaling our right leg high. Now bend the knee, draw our knee to our chest, then shift towards your high plank and cat back at the same time. Stretch the hips high, then stretch that right leg up. Again, bend the knee to our chest, then shift to our hands plank. Press those hips back up, stretch that right leg. Now this time, bend the knee to your chest. Shift towards your high plank, and then straighten out your spine, look to your hands. Think of this almost like as a one-leg Tadasana. Now you can stay here again, start to roll to your left heel. Maybe come to your right fingertips or begin to reach that right arm high. Think of your right knee in towards your chest like a one-leg Tadasana. Take your time, unwind. Back down, stretch that right leg up. Step it all the way through, low lunge. Warrior 2, back heel down, up and open. You start to settle into that front knee, roll your shoulders up and down, press your palms towards your mat. Then steeple grip, palms meet at the top, interlace the hands, pointer fingers stretch up. Feel that length in your side body and bending into your front knee. All we'll do is straighten that front leg. You can kind of press into your left hip and then return back to the center. Do that again, kind of press to your left hip. Back to the center. Press into that left hip, reach your arms out to your T, re-bend your right knee, extend its side angle. Option the elbow towards your knee, arm overhead. If you want to add a half bind, you can always look up, side or down. If you have your half bind, release that arm. Inhale, reverse triangle, stretch that right knee. Press that right hip forward and drop that left hip down. Lift towards the ceiling. Hands to our front foot, low lunge. Little standing splits, you kind of rock your weight forward. Feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, hips low, reaching up. We're going to take our eagles. So we'll cross that left knee over and left elbow underneath, but we're going to kickstand those bottom toes back down. So start to bend both knees and then kind of pressing your knees forward. So keeping those toes kickstand. Begin to inhale, lift your fingertips, reach up. Exhale, cat back, fold it in around your spine. Slow and steady inhale, find your focus. It's traveling up and down with your breath. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cat back. Now an option if you want to try to float those bottom toes, squeeze your knee to your chest. Tap those toes back down. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, cat back. Maybe float your toes, squeeze your knee in. One more, toes down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cat back. Draw that left knee in, knee and elbow connect. Where you are, unwind your arms, squeeze your biceps towards your ears. Keep pulling your left knee to your chest. So one leg Tadasana. As we balance here, couple breaths. Warrior one, step those toes and heels behind us. Goalpost the arms, lifting our chin and chest. Hands to our mat, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, stretch that right leg up. Take your down dog, find your breath. Your next inhale, left leg high. Start by bending your knee first, pull your chest towards your knee, towards your chest. Then come to your hands, plank. Stretch those hips high, then send the leg up. Again, bend the knee to your chest. Come forward to your plank. Send those hips high, stretch that left leg. Now bending our knee, pull it to our chest, shift forward. Now step cat back, flatten out your spine, look straight down. Think of that one leg Tadasana. Begin to roll to your right heel. Maybe keep those left fingertips down or start to reach up. Think of your knees straight in towards your chest. Finding your breath. Slowly return that hand to your mat, unwind, stretch that left leg high. Bring it all the way through, low lunge. Warrior two, heel down, up and open. Begin to settle into your warrior two here. Maybe roll those shoulders, roll those arms, flip those palms, press down towards your mat. Steeple grip, arms high, interlace those hands, stretch the side bodies. Now just straighten out that front leg. And then see if you can kind of press into your right hip, your right heel. And then come back to the center. And press into that right hip, right heel. Back to the center. Now pressing into that right hip. Bend your front knee as you reach your arms out, extended side angle. Option arm overhead, elbow towards your knee. You can take your half bind. Half binds, release the arm. We'll reverse triangle, stretch that front leg. Now think of pressing your hips forward, drop that right hip, reach up. Hands to your front foot, low lunge. Do a little rock forward, standing splits to bring our feet together. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, soften knees, reaching up. We'll take those eagles, right knee crossing over, right elbow underneath, and again, kickstand your toes to the ground first. Sink your hips low and kind of pressing your knees and shins forward. Inhale with your breath and focus. Exhale, hug them in, cat back. Inhale, lifting up, little arch in the spine. Exhale, cat back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cat back. Maybe begin to float the toes. Pull your knees towards your elbow. Toes kickstand, reach back up. Exhale, elbows in. Maybe float that leg, pull it in. One more, toes down, reach up. Cat back, maybe float the toes. Where you are, unwind the arms, squeeze the biceps towards the ears. Draw that right knee in one leg, Tadasana. From where you are, warrior one, right foot and heel, stepping back. Ground into that back foot, full post the arms, open the chest. Hands to your mat, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, stretch that left leg. Take your down dog, settle into your breath in. Breath out. Again, inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, right leg hop. Bending knee to our chest, then shift into your plank. One more, hips high, stretch that right leg up. Bend the knee to our chest, high plank. Straighten out your spine, side plank, one leg Tadasana. Roll to your left heel, squeeze that right knee in. Hands to our mat, stretch the hips high, reach that right leg up. Knee to nose, low lunge. Warrior two, back heel down, up and open. Right away, we'll start to straighten out that front leg. Press into your left hip, reaching out, then down. First triangle, feel free to be up a little bit higher. If you're feeling in your low back or your left side, really think about trying to press into your left hip. So sometimes we think we're pressing, but we can actually kind of soften our front knee and maybe kind of even press just a little bit more if you need to, or come up higher in your torso. Find an ease in your breath and in your chest. Left side pulls you up and then kind of press into your front leg a little bit, reverse triangle. Hands to our front foot, standing splits, float up, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, hips low, reaching up. Hands into our heart center. We'll take our prayer twist to the right. So you begin to roll that right side. Maybe hinge forward, connecting elbows towards your legs. Maybe you're staying up a little bit higher. Maybe even find that open arm twist in the arms if you like that variation. From your twist, unwind back into your chair. Start to lift your left heel, pull your left knee in, one leg Tadasana. Warrior one, left toes and heels, stepping back. This time, chest expansion, fully interlace those hands. Shoulders down, lifting our chin and chest. And humble warrior, torso nose towards our front knee. Maybe see if you can let your head go. Hands to our low back, or release to our mat, finding your low lunge. 3-leg down dog, stretch that right leg. here, you can flip your dog, bend your knee. The right foot around, press your hips up, reach overhead. And moving through your side plank, rolling to your left toe, and stretching that right leg, hips high. Take your down dog. Inhaling our left leg high. Bend the knee, chest comes forward, plank. Hips high, stretch that leg back up. Again, bend the knee. Come to our high plank. Now flatten out to your plank. Roll to your right heel, maybe float that left arm, one leg, Tadasana, side plank. And to our mat, stretch that left leg back up. Knee to nose, low lunge. Warrior two, back heel down, up and open. Straightening out that front leg. Press into that right hip, triangle reaching out, then down. If you're feeling in your right low back or the right side, and you might have to come up and really kind of press that right hip a little bit more, or stay higher into the torso. As much as you can, and ease in your chest with your breath. Right arm, right side pulls you up. Then press your hips back towards your left side. Reverse triangle. Hands to your front foot, standing splits, float up. Feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, chair, soften the knees, reaching up. We'll prayer twist to our left. You can bring hands, roll that left side open. If you want to hinge, connecting elbows towards knees. You want to stay up high, maybe open the arms. Couple more breaths in your twist. Square back to the front chair. You're going to lift that right heel, pull the knee to our chest, one leg to Tadasana. Warrior one, toes and heels stepping back behind us. Opposite hand, thumb on top. Shoulders down, big breath in, and humble warrior. Torso, chest to our front knee. And start to relax that head. Hands to our low back, release to our mat, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, stretch that left leg. You can flip your dog here, bend the knee, roll to your right side. Rest those hips up, maybe arm overhead. And we're rolling through your side plank, turn those right toes. Flip back around, take your down dog. You can stay. You want to chaturanga, high to low, full breath. Release, inhale, lifting up. Full breath again, down dog. Ease, inhale, look forward, lift your heels, bend your knees, chest to your legs, walk step, maybe try a float or two. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to come into our yogi squat. So turning our heels towards the center, toes towards the sides. Sink those hips low. Hands in our heart center, and kind of press those thumbs to our sternum, press those elbows into our knees. We'll send our left fingertips towards the ground, bringing our right hand to our right shoulder. You can kind of tap that right elbow on top of your knee, and we'll just start to lean out towards the side. Maybe kind of roll that right shoulder, almost think of it as like a wing. Try to roll that elbow down and back as you lean towards the side. Then you kind of keep pressing. You can drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, and then really think more about actively using your right glute and your right hip to press that knee open rather than rolling towards the center. If you want to kind of circle your nose towards your left collarbone, towards your chest. Think of that right wing, shoulders down, elbows pulling a little bit behind you. Knees and hips are trying to drop and open. And then from here, we're just going to kind of bring our right hand to our mat. You can kind of stretch your hips up and just kind of turn towards your left. Pivot that right foot. So you're kind of finding this little bit of a variation of a forward fold and a stretch. The both toes turning towards the same side. If I were facing towards the original top of my mat, to bring that right hip down, hips up, kind of just turn that right foot. And we'll just start to unwind. So you can kind of rebend your knees, turn that right knee back open, press those hips down, come back into your yogi squat. And we're going to switch all of that out. So bringing our right hand to our mat. Left hand can come to our shoulder, and you can kind of touch your elbow to your knee. As you start to walk that hand, you kind of lean towards the right side. Left arm, think of it as a wing, kind of roll it up and down. And let your right ear get heavy if you'd like. Turn your nose and chin towards your right collarbone. And maybe check in on that left wing, circle it again. And then most importantly, check in on your left leg. Try to gently keep opening and rock the weight out of your big toe, more towards the middle of your foot. We'll bring that left hand to our mat. We'll just start to send the hips high and then turn that left heel out so it's facing the same direction as your right heel. And that folds, again, if I were my original top of my mat facing, both hands down. As I send those hips high, just turn that left foot out. Fold. You can kind of turn both feet towards the top of your mat. Come back all the way together to touch. A little softness in the knees, halfway lift. And those hands, maybe try a little walk step or even a float back, bending your knees. Think of that cat back, knees towards your chest. Press down, maybe kind of squeeze one, soften your elbows. Squeeze two, soften lower. Cobra or up dog. Take your down dog, pressing it back, settle in here. Inhaling our right leg high, bend the knee to our chest, high plank. One more, hips high, stretch that leg, knee to our chest, high plank. Flatten out the spine, roll to our left heel, last variation. Notice if you want to, maybe even start to kick that right heel out to the side. Leg is straight. Keep that leg floating, knee to your chest or heel pressing away. Bend that knee, hand to your mat, stretch up. Step it through, low lunge. High crescent lunge, reaching up. Right hand to our low back. We'll cross that left arm over and taking a revolved crescent lunge. Maybe coming up a little bit higher if you need to. Yogis, you can stay right here. If you want a variation of a balance here, you're going to still stay on both feet, but just as your back heel is lifted, maybe you start to float your front heel. Release that front heel down. Warrior two, ground that back heel, open up. Straighten out that front knee, press into your left hip, triangle, reaching forward and down. Maybe you add that top arm towards your ear. You can reach that hand behind you, hand towards your hip. Softening that left shoulder. A little bit more into your left hip if you can. Think of trying to relax that left hip back now. Left arm pulls you up, reverse triangle, right hip presses forward, reach up. Hands to our front foot, low lunge. We'll take our runner's lunge, right foot can walk out. Feel free to come down and back. If you like to take your quads, stretch. We're going to use a variation of your runner's lunge is actually your crescent moon. So you can keep that right foot a little bit out towards the side, maybe not as far as you would for runner's lunge, but a little bit out. You can have hands on the inside or even bring one or even both hands up towards your right knee. You might feel it a little bit more in that left hip flexor if you need that variation. We'll stay here for about 5 more breaths. Feel free to keep adjusting. Hands can stay on the inside of that right foot. Take a bent 3-leg down dog. Swing that right hip or right heel towards your hip. You can stay if you want to, again, take another back bend. Bow out, really press those hips high. If you flipped, coming back around. Finding our down dog. We'll inhale, stretch our left leg up. Bend the knee, pull to chest. Come forward, plank. Hips high, stretch that leg. Again, knee to our chest, plank. Flatten out your spine. Roll to your right heel. Last time, side plank. Variation, maybe try to float that leg, kick that heel out to the side. Hand to our mat, bend the knee and stretch it high. Low lunge, step through. High crescent lunge, reaching up. Left hand to our low back. We'll take our twist, revolve crescent. You can bring your hand, elbow, forearm to your knee. Maybe you're up just a little bit higher if you need to, rather than all the way forward. Especially if you want to add that balance. So just as your back heel is lifted and you're really pressing into the ball of your foot, you start to float that front heel. Left heel down. Press up and open, warrior two, back heel down. Straighten that front leg. Press into your right hip, triangle, reaching forward and down. Maybe draw that top arm towards your ear, or even reach your fingertips towards your hip. Soften that right shoulder. Again, if you can, kind of press. See if you can release that right hip back and out. Your right side pulls you up. Press that left hip gently forward, reverse triangle. Runner's lunge, hands to your front foot. You walk that foot out to the side, and you add your quad stretch if you'd like. You can go deeper, folding forward, or if you want even that variation of that crescent moon, left foot a little bit towards the side, not all the way. One or both hands down, one or both hands to your left knee. Hands to the inside of our foot, low lunge. Last variation, 3-leg down dog, knees bent. If you want to flip your dog, one more back bend, wild thing. If you flipped, coming back around. Last down dog or final chaturanga if you like to take that variation. As you're ready, coming into just a comfortable seat at the top of our mat. And we'll start to extend those legs just kind of out to the sides and out to the corners. And maybe kind of just rock a little bit side to side. As much as you can, grounding both hips down. Just let those legs extend out. And just sitting up tall, you can use your hands as a little extra prop if you need. We're going to kind of just circle our spine and also stretch out those legs. So we'll take that left arm, leaning up and over towards your right side. And then kind of circle your nose towards your right knee. And then circle towards your left, kind of reach over. Turn towards the front, square those shoulders up. And sit all the way up. Now reverse it. So take that right arm up and over to the side. Circle our nose towards our left knee. And then sweep over to our right side. And then open the chest, face the front. Sitting up tall. We're going to take that one more time, both sides. Left arm up and over. Nose towards our right knee. Sweep and circle to our left leg. Open that right side, face the front. Sitting up tall. And now that right arm up and over. Turning nose towards our knee. Sweep and circle to our right side. Open, face the front. Sitting up tall. And we're just going to fold straight forward and walk those hands out. Bring them right underneath you. If you have some props, you want to sit up, maybe fold, or maybe even bring hands towards your ankle. Just a kind of seated wide forward fold. Stay here just for a couple breaths. The more active your feet, the more you'll feel that stretch down through the lower part of the legs. If it feels like it's too much, you can just let your feet relax. You really focus on your hamstrings. Back up. You can either take your cow face legs or a double pigeon. So our right leg will be on top. So as you bend your knees, you can stack your knees one on top of the other, more of your cow face. You want that double pigeon, your fire log, more ankles and knees connected. Feel free to fold forward. If neither of those feel comfortable, You can take a figure four either seated or down onto your back. Keeping your legs where they are as you sit up. Take a really easy twist. So bringing hands to our shoulders. Again, think of both of those arms as those wings. And just kind of soften your elbows down, just lifting up through your spine. Just take an easy twist towards your right. You might not twist as far as you want, but really just using your whole core to find your twist, not trying to force it in your neck or shoulder. And then just really easy twist the opposite side. Take that one more time, twist towards the right. Twist towards the left. See if you can sit up even taller, finding a straighter back. Coming to the center, extend those legs out, give them a little bit of a shake. We'll find the opposite knee on top. So if you're taking cow face, left knee is stacked on top. Double pigeon, left shin. Figure fours, you take it seated or supine. You're going to melt forward and down. Legs stay as they are. And just sit back up. And this time, just reaching both arms towards the ceiling, keeping that length in the side. And we're just going to open our arms as we twist towards our left and barely touch the ground with your fingers. Maybe even keep those hands floating. You might not spiral as much as you want to, but don't force it. Just sit up nice and tall. Slight twist. And then inhale, reaching up, square to the front. And just easy twist, float and open towards the right. Inhale, lifting up. And twist to the left. One more time, lifting up. And to the right. Lifting up to the front, just extend both legs out. Reaching our fingers forward. We can start with that cat back. Think of this as a massage, one vertebrae at a time. If you like to bend your knees, if that helps you really to roll down. And as you come down, you can slide those feet in a little bit closer to your hips. Maybe arms just out to the side, windshield wiper. We're going to take this into, if you like, just Suptabhasana, soles, feet towards each other. You want to take your happy baby. You're taking happy baby as your hips and lower body rocks. You can also let your head rock side to side. Feel free to extend those legs up the wall. You want to add your shoulder stand or even your plow. Draw those knees towards your chest. For plows, just know that your knees can always stay in flow. Your feet and legs don't have to be straight and dangling overhead. Maybe even up a little bit higher. Use a few more breaths. Last little inversion. Start to find your knees back in, releasing your spine into the floor. And just as we begin our breath or our practice, those 3 breaths, we're going to close out our practice here before we come to our Shavasana with 3 breaths, using our body at the same time. So as you inhale, pull everything up, squeeze close. Exhale, big X, release. 2 more, try to lengthen, elongate that breath. Inhale. Exhale out. Final one, inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Physical body starts to release. Take just another couple final breaths here, just allowing that breath, body to relax even more. That expansion of your physical body. Full expansion, depth, length of your breath. As much as the mind might start to wander, totally fine. Gently drift it back into your body, your breath. How it feels. Pay attention to your breath. Pay attention to your body. I will guide you through about 5 meditative breaths. Those 5 breaths are done. Feel free to continue. Take it as long as you need. But imagine your breath as a color, maybe almost like a paint or an oil. Imagine that it can kind of seep, almost like it's liquid. And as you imagine your breath as that color, start by emptying all the air out of your body, completely blank and void. When you inhale, you begin to fill up with that color. And exhale, send it out. Next one, going deeper. Inhale, fill up with more color. Let it move through your body. Exhale, send it out. Starting again, deeper breath in. Blank canvas as you exhale. deeper breath in. Blank canvas exhale. Last one, deep breath in. Blank canvas exhale. Feel free to keep moving through that. Or if you're ready, just placing your hands somewhere on your body. True power is living the realization that you are your own healer, hero, and leader. Stay. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.